Hi, I'm JP.
And I'm Adam.
I've never seen Lost.
I have.
I'm told that it's good.
I liked it.
I'm told that it made sense. Sort of. But we're watching it out of order.
So it definitely won't make sense.
But it might still be good. Since we won't expect it to make sense, we'll still be able to appreciate each episode on its own merits as a 1-hour story.
Sometimes 2 or 3.
As opposed to just a fraction of an ongoing, sprawling, and increasingly complex tangle of relationships, personal stories, mysteries, mythologies, experiments, social dynamics, unnatural disasters, unanswered questions, and hot tropical hookups.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure.
Because you lost me a little bit there at the end.
Well, good, because I've been lost since the beginning.
We're lost on Lost.
Welcome, everybody, to Lost on Lost, The Lost Effect. I'm JP Russell, and I'm joined by a man who often walks into other people's fairy tale weddings and curses their firstborns, Adam Busher.
Yes, this is accurate, but it's not a fairy tale curse. Usually I just scream the C word at them and then run out giggling.
Adam, I gotta tell you, I've been a long-time subscriber to who'syourmama.org, and I gotta tell you, it looks very different today. Today we're talking about the pilot of Once Upon a Time. It stars Jennifer Morrison as Emma Swan and Jared Gilmore as Gilbert Grape. As Henry Mills. The pilot takes place at some point in time. Adam,
Yeah,
we have a guest.
we do. We're gonna. You read my mind because I was like, we should do the guest before the recap. Yeah, Jenny's here.
I'm here. Hi. Hi, guys.
Jenny, thank God you're here.
Oh, good. Yes. Why, thank God? Just so you have someone else to look at other than Adam?
Well, on top of that,
Yes.
I think you're the only person that can help us make sense of this.
I can certainly try.
Thank you. And just, blanket statement, let's just get it out of the way early. We'd rather have you here than your husband.
I was gonna say, like, James is the word I was searching for a word to describe James. And I couldn't find it. And then Jenny came here and we were setting up and I was thinking to myself, and I was like, lackluster. That's the word.
Oh,
James.
boy.
He's
Lackluster.
just a guy,
He's just a guy.
Just
He's
a
just a
dude,
guy.
just a random dude. We love him, but he's just a dude. And god
just a-
damn, are there dudes out there?
Yeah, you got to have some female presence once in a while, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
here you go.
Exactly.
That's
Oh
what
my
I'm
gosh.
for. Me and Adam.
Yeah. Fucking drag his ass, Jenny. Jenny,
I'll try.
we had a little bit of television talk before we started the record here, but tell the folks at home what have you been up to? What have you been watching?
Yeah, so I've been working on Found, and Found is airing, and check it out on Peacock, and yeah, look for my name. Let me know what you think. Love it.
If for nothing else, watch it for the editing.
Yeah, watch it for the editing. Specifically.
Exactly.
But other than that, I just got done watching the show Midnight Mass, which I know I'm
Ooh.
way behind on.
Okay.
Everyone said it's amazing, and they are right. I loved it. Can I swear? I fucking loved it.
Of course.
I didn't even wait for you to answer. I just did it.
It's spooky, right?
You
It's
looked
like-
at the two people you're talking to.
Yeah, I'm like, I can swear.
absolutely swear.
Yeah, no, it's spooky. It's really great. There's just, I don't want to say anything without giving it away to you guys, since you guys haven't seen it yet, but it's just so fucking good. Like every episode, I am just like, I need to keep watching. But yeah, it's highly recommend. It's only
All
like
right.
7 or 8 episodes.
So like JP said, we're going to be talking about the pilot for Once Upon a Time. What's your history with Once Upon a Time there, Jenny?
I watched season 1 a while back, and I was really into it and really liked it, and then I think I just fell off with it. But I remember like really liking the idea of it, like fairy tales coming into the real world. Like,
Yeah.
that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I definitely saw multiple seasons of this show as it was airing. My girlfriend at the time, was something she was really into and was watching, and I probably watched like 3 seasons of the show. I remember none of it. I have blocked it.
Same.
I just had to, make room for rewatching Red Sonja again. Adam, what's your familiarity with the show? Anything?
I figured out why I never kept with it. It premiered the year I moved out to Los Angeles.
Oh, yeah.
So like my life was very much in a state of flux. I remember catching the first
Sure.
probably 3-4 episodes and then just not being able to stick with it because I was looking for work, trying to get settled in a new apartment. I remember liking it when I started watching it. Big fan of several of the cast members, and yeah, just not being able to keep up and then just losing track of it. And then yeah,
Adam, do you have a recap for this here episode?
I certainly do.
Hit it.
So again, it's the Lost Effect. So this is an experimental recap. So here's the recap.
Hold on. This is my favorite. Hold on. Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro! I'm gonna stab him. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong? It's my favorite she wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, dog. I'm not fighting with you.
Grow up.
Bro. Grow up.
Get educated.
That's amazing.
I'm sure that a lot of people have seen that video, but if you haven't seen that video, there is a point in which the guy who's not shouting says, "I'm gonna stab him," and pulls out a knife.
Oh my God.
Really? I don't remember that at all.
He does put it away, but yeah, he goes, "I'm gonna stab him," and he digs in his pocket and he pulls out his little flick knife and he flicks it open, then he puts it away. But that's not my actual recap.
I mean, I think that one works.
All right, well, settle down. I put in some effort, and so like you
No,
know,
we don't want your effort. We want the video.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, now settle down there and rest your heads, my precious little ones, and I'll tell you both a story. Many, many years ago, when you were both still little toddling babes, two young men named Edward and Adam met at the University of Wisconsin-Madison and became fast friends, like so many school children do. They had a fantastical idea to turn all of their favorite fairy tales and storybook adventures into a primetime television drama for ABC. Sadly, before they could set out on their own TV show-running adventure, they had to toil away in a writer's room run by two alleged monsters named Damon and Carlton. Edward and Adam wanted to prove that they had what it takes to be big-time Hollywood writers, and spun wonderful tales of heroism and triumph. Stories like Everybody Hates Hugo, Trisha Tanaka is Dead, Expose, and Greatest Hits. They stumbled every once in a while, as all heroes do, writing such horrible dreck as 3 Minutes and Fire and Water. But after 6 years, Edward and Adam finally escaped Damon and Carlton's writer's room and made Tron Legacy. But movies aren't for everyone, so Edward and Adam sat down to write the pilot for their dream project. In Once Upon a Time, they wanted to make their beloved fairy tale characters feel real and feel relatable. They accomplished this by trapping them in a small town and giving them mundane jobs that have very little hope for advancement or retirement benefits. Snow White is a school teacher, and Jiminy Cricket is a psychotherapist. And from their boundless imaginations, their brand new storybook heroine Emma is a bail bond agent, arguably one of the worst jobs to ever exist ever. Storybook is a cursed prison created by the evil queen, where there are no more happy endings, and all our fairy tale characters are trapped there with no memory of their real identities. But they're all very hot, so strikes and gutters. And the curse must not be all that powerful, because despite an average review of 49 on Metacritic, Tron Legacy made $400 million for Disney. So Edward and Adam got to make 7 seasons of Once Upon a Time, the spin-off Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, and they still might get to make that Tron sequel. So make sure to believe in happy endings, sweet JP and darling Jenny, because when you wish upon these nuts, dreams really do come true. It's Once Upon a Time, here on Lost on Lost, The Lost Effect.
Bravo.
Oh my gosh. I am
wow.
That was great. Oh my God.
That was more entertaining than this fucking episode.
Yeah. I just want you to do that on loop now. Just like that story.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Pack it up. Thanks for coming on, Jenny.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was great.
That track is a royalty-free lullaby track from the YouTube channel Relaxing Music Pro HD, and the owner of that channel encourages people to use it. And I rehearsed that 6 times to get the timing right so that I would finish as the track finish.
I mean, that was great.
Well fucking done. How do we want to tackle this one?
Well, from the beginning.
Yeah.
Once upon a time,
yeah,
there was a bail bondsman in a very hot dress. Let me tell you.
At the top of the show, I remember being like incredibly frustrated by Heroes' title card crawl situation. This didn't make me mad.
No, this one's kind of well placed. It's very storybook.
Just a black card comes up Once Upon a Time, and then it gives you just a little bit of information. The Enchanted Forest fairy tale characters are real. Yeah, I thought that it worked. It was effective, unlike the Heroes Crawl, which infuriated me.
And then we got 2 minutes of sexy horse shots. Boy, howdy, I love a good sexy horse.
Before we talk about the horses, just there's a line in the opening card which is like something a place where there's no more happy endings, the real world, and I was like, that's
that's so depressing.
That's so fucking bleak.
Yeah, it's too fucking true. God damn it.
Yeah.
The day they found themselves trapped in a place where all their happy endings were stolen. Our world. I'm like,
I was like,
fuck
No.
you, man. I didn't choose. Some goddamn fish crawled out of the fucking Mesozoic ocean, and now I gotta pay taxes. Shitheads.
So it opens with a story that I think most people are familiar with. Snow White and the seven dwarves are around the glass coffin. She's KO'd, and Prince Charming. That's Josh Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh Dallas, Prince Charming, thundering toward the thing on a horse. But he gets over there, and yeah, she's conked out. The evil queen, Apple, whatever.
You know the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody knows.
Everyone
Yep.
knows.
Lots of gnomes, no consent.
I was gonna say, like I know it's a fairy tale, but she's asleep. Like, you can't just kiss her.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
No, there's no law that says you can't kiss a corpse. I go to a lot of funeral homes on the weekends, and I kiss corpses all the time.
She's not a corpse.
But isn't she technically a corpse because she died? And
No,
then
she
he,
sleeps
Oh,
forever.
sleeps.
She's sleeping forever. She's
That's
not
right.
dead.
That's true.
She's asleep forever. So
Oh.
no, he's asleep.
Whoops.
Assaulting.
So JP, stop kissing those corpses.
And the dwarves or gnomes, they're dwarves. They're not played by little people.
Yeah.
The seven dwarves. And this is a whole thing about the upcoming, or like the new Willy Wonka movie that was kind of irritating me. And I was having a conversation with somebody about it, about how like one of the Oompa Loompas is played by fucking Hugh Grant. And I was
Right.
Like, Hugh Grant's not- like, there are little people actors, and they're whole fucking real fucking people, so treat them that way. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Anyway, he's like, hey, can I kiss her while she's asleep? And all the dwarves are like, fuck yeah, bro. And they all high five and bail. It's gross.
Lay one on her.
Again, we all know the story. That's how you got to wake Snow White up. He opens up the coffin, kisses her. She wakes up. It's like, I knew you'd find me. It's really, really sweet. This is the part of the story that is not part of the Snow White story. We get to see what happens after they wake up.
Right.
But yeah, they get married. The whole
Yeah.
enchanted forest. Well, not the whole enchanted forest. No animals. No fantasy creatures. Just
people.
Just the humans were invited to the wedding, apparently. That's the only thing I wrote down about this scene was I remember the CGI not being stunning. It's not horrible, but it's obviously just not all real. But I just
Right.
wrote that even in fairy tales, the mother of the bride is a twat. Which is such a trope. Like,
Hey, but at least we had like people of color, you know.
Yes.
The priest or the pope or whatever was
Bishop,
was a black
probably.
gentleman. There was like folks that weren't just white. I was like, all right, here we go.
yeah, some progress being made. The thing I thought about when I saw the bishop was like, it'd be funny if they made him have an erection, like in Little Mermaid.
Oh, like in Little Mermaid. It's not this. It's not this story.
It's not the
that's
same.
that's a different
It's a
story.
different bishop.
But I didn't think the CG in this scene bothered me as much. I think it gets
It gets worse.
worse.
Because
Yes.
like the cool thing about it is it sets a sense of fairy tale scope. It's this
Yeah.
huge, round, perfectly round church with all these beautiful glass windows and just a sea of people and this gazebo in the middle of the sea of thing. And you have this long corridor in which the evil queen can stomp down. And yeah, like you know,
Okay. we got hold on. We gotta get into the fucking queen
Queen's
stomping.
entrance. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What do you want to say? Hater.
Okay, so Evil Queen stomps down, right? She's clearly in a green screen environment.
Yes.
She is moving faster than her feet would take her across the ground.
Yeah. So I noticed that. I'm like, is she on a treadmill or something? Like, or is she just using like evil witchy superpowers? Because I did notice she was moving like
Right.
the
They're
Jedi
just like
and
motion
Phantom
tracking
Menace.
her faster.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so distracting. I'm sorry.
It is distracting.
I think they were doing it on purpose to maybe do evil queen magic, and it just didn't work. It
Yeah.
looked,
Well, I
it just,
mean,
it
you
just
gotta,
looked
you
weird.
gotta add something to make
Yeah.
it feel like the magic is carrying her. Otherwise, it's just
Put some fog around her feet or
Yeah.
something. 'Cause
Right.
Otherwise, it just looks like, the speed of
Yeah.
the animation didn't match the speed of the actor.
Well, and it's like, why couldn't they have at least done like a practical flooring, especially on that shot overhead when she
Right.
is walking? Because like,
That's
she's-
right. Yeah.
They didn't do that. Everything was CG.
I feel like that was just the mantra of this whole thing. Like, fairy tale, everything gets to be CG. You don't got to build a set. Just green screen the shit out of everything.
We've got an excuse. It's all made up.
Exactly.
Yeah, the evil queen, she comes in and she's just like, hey, this is fucked.
I hate all you.
I hate all y'all. And
I'm gonna curse y'all.
For no reason other than you fucking suck.
Yeah.
hurt people. Maybe. We don't know. Because, she really doesn't say why. She's just like, her happy endings don't match everybody else's happy endings.
Well, I mean, at one point in the pilot, she Snow White looks at Prince Charming, right? Just his name is just Prince
I
Charming.
was trying to figure out if he had like a first name, like Daryl Charming or something like that.
No, I just
That's
Prince.
like Paul Atreides. This motherfucker's first name is Paul.
Paul, yeah. No, but she looks at him and is like, she poisoned me because I'm prettier than her. And I'm like, is that the lore that she was prettier than her? I think it was. So the evil queen is just,
She's just jealous.
And petty. Yeah, she's like, she's cute. So I'm gonna kill everybody, curse everybody.
And that speaks, I think, to like how regressive fairy tales can be. Like, this woman's evil because she's jealous of another woman. It's like women should be lifting each other up.
Exactly. Women should lift each other up.
Yeah. Speaking of, Jenny, go ahead and cover your ears real quick. Adam, when she said, I'm going to take away everything you love, I was like, checkmate. I love your shirt.
Oh, no.
Dude, I got it bad for the Wicked Witch, man. She's hot as fuck.
Oh, Lana Parrilla, come on,
oh, my God. What do they do? Grow her in a lab?
Have you guys seen the show Windfall?
No.
So that was like my first introduction to her. That was a movie or show way back. I think before Once Upon a Time. But yeah, she does not age. Like her and like Marissa Tomei, they look the same. They look amazing and gorgeous. Yes.
Yeah.
I get it, JP.
The crowd's out here just catching strays. She's like, I hate you guys and everybody invited. And they're like, what did we do?
Sorry, you said Marissa Tomei and I blacked out for a full 30 seconds.
I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah, it's very much the fuck you, you're cool. But there's no you're cool. She's just like, everybody's going to burn.
Yeah.
The storytelling convention here in the pilot, and I don't know if it maintains itself throughout the next couple of episodes, we bop back and forth between the Enchanted Forest and the real world.
Yeah.
So we cut into Boston from here. The little boy, we found out his name is Henry, is riding a bus to Boston.
Taxi.
And then, he gets on a taxi. He's got a credit card. It was very much like Home Alone 2 vibes.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah. When that like random bus goer's like, what you got there? Your stories? And he goes, they're not stories. They're real. Like, I was just like, okay, crazy. Like that scene in Ted where he's like, why the fuck would he say that? Like,
he's an odd child for sure. We cut to Emma Swan, played by Jennifer Morrison from like House and shit.
Yeah, great casting choice. Just because I thought Jennifer Morrison very much looks a lot like Jennifer Goodwin.
Yeah,
I think they have a lot of similar facial features. So I was a fan of that.
I'm confused. Adam, in your recap, you said that she's a bail bondsman?
She's a bail bond
bonds
agent.
person.
I said an appropriately agendered term for the job. Bail bond agent.
Okay. Are we told that in the episode anywhere?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The dude.
She's at dinner.
So she comes in and just, like you said, Jenny.
Yeah.
Hot dress.
Yeah. I can admit that.
And the thing about it is it says something to her skill level, or her confidence in herself. She knows that she's going to be able to pull off this snag and
In
wear
the heels.
that at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so she goes down and sits down to this date, and this, they start doing small talk. He says something like, so you're a bail bondsman? And she's like, well, bonds person. Oh, it's after he figures out what's going on.
Yeah. Initially, they're just chatting.
Oh, see, I missed that line completely, so I was just confused. I was like, is she a cop? What is she doing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's right after she rattles off like the embezzlement and like
right.
And you're on a date and you're married and like all the things that he's doing wrong, and
then it dawns on him.
then it dawns on him like, who are you? And she said something about like, I'm the other person who paid your debt, and he goes, you're bail bondsman, and she's like, bail bonds agent. Like
she says
corrects.
She says
I missed
person.
that.
Person. Yeah. So she corrects him, and
which
then
I think is clumsier.
Yeah.
Bail bond agent. It's just that's what the job is.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have liked to have seen it if she goes through with the whole dinner, makes him pay, leans in close for the smooch, and throws the cuffs on him. You know what I mean? Like,
but then she wouldn't get to Terminator walk.
Well, I mean, if we had a 90-minute pilot.
Yeah, if we had a 90-minute
Terminator
pilot.
walk. Oh my god, yeah, that is what she does.
She does.
Yeah.
I mean, she is in those huge heels.
I loved that she didn't run.
Yeah, same.
Because that would have been less believable than the evil queen's walk.
Right. Just get a treadmill under her as she's running.
But yeah, she's a bail bond agent, and he's skipping bail, so she's there to lock him up. She springs it on him. He tries to take off. Yeah, he tries to go to his car. She put a boot on his car so he can't drive away.
Yeah.
Booted him, and then smashes his head into the steering wheel. Fuck that guy.
But why did she smash his head in the steering wheel? Because she actually gave him real information about herself.
Yeah, I don't know.
About being like, I don't have a family. And he threw it back at her. And she's like, smash.
What do you know about family? You know what?
Yeah.
overstepping her authority. All bail agents are bastards. I don't know.
I mean,
something there.
And I'm not going to get on a soapbox right now. We don't have time. But as a police abolitionist, cash bail and the whole bail system also needs to be dismantled. Bail bond arrangements are an arm of that. That's why it is one of the worst jobs in the world. Probably second only to cop.
Hey, it's her birthday. She goes and blows out a candle by herself.
Her apartment not furnished, like she has stuff just in boxes. Like she obviously lives a very Spartan life, and we're getting that vibe from her. She said she doesn't know her family. She doesn't have any shit in her place. Solo on her birthday, one cupcake, all that. She blows out the candle, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, what did she wish for? Then the knock comes on the door. The little boy, Henry.
She fucking wished for pizza, man. That's what she's wishing for.
Yeah, just one cupcake. I wish I had a whole pizza.
I certainly didn't wish to see my son again.
Yeah. Holy hell.
Surprise.
Yeah.
She gave up somebody, a baby 10 years ago, and now he's at her door.
He knows how to commit minor credit card fraud. He knows how to book Greyhound tickets. He knows how to do all kinds of shit. Kid is smart.
He's
Very
transporting children over state lines illegally, even though it's himself, but whatever.
Yeah, it's like if you do it yourself, it's probably okay, right?
Put this kid away, man. He's a fucking menace to society. Also, he's creepy as shit.
I thought he was nice.
He was cute.
He was
grows
no,
on
he was
you.
not. He was so fucking annoying. I'd put him up for adoption again.
He grows on you, just like he grows on
so
Emma.
do warts and herpes.
Oh my god, Jimmy.
He wants her to come home to his hometown, Storybrooke. A couple of things she's like, I have a superpower. I can tell when people are lying. You know, it's like kind of one of those. It's just a writing thing, whatever.
Yeah.
But she eventually relents. She's just like,
Yeah.
you know what? I certainly don't want you living with me. So yeah, I'll take you to Maine and I'll drop you off.
But there's some she doesn't call the cops because she's the biological mother, so he's gonna say that she kidnapped her, even though she's the one calling the cops and being like, "This kid just showed up."
Yeah, and he's gonna lie and be like, "She kidnapped me," and and they'll believe him.
It's a little flimsy, but it's got
works.
just enough strength to it
for its
Yeah.
right. Get us on to the next scene. We
And
got to get to the
yeah.
fucking town.
So yeah, we cut back to the enchanted forest. Snow and Dave are worried about the curse.
We'll just call him Dave.
Yeah, his first name's
fucking
obviously
love
Dave.
that.
It's Dave Charming.
Dave Charming.
Dave Charming.
That's the name of the episode. Dave Charming.
Dave Charming. I love it.
But yeah, so Snow and Dave are worried about the curse. They're trying to figure out, it's like, what's going on? He's like, babe, don't worry about it. It's all good. Like, she's like, no, she is fucked. I know a dude who can see the future.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
Classic I know a guy situation.
Yeah, talk about creepy, JP.
Yeah.
Coming up next.
Yeah.
Dave's like, we don't have to. And she's like, don't tell me what to do.
I'm an independent woman.
Exactly. I absolutely
do
don't
this.
need you. I do not need you. I am pregnant. You have served your purpose.
Yes.
I mean, at the end of the day, I was going to say she didn't need him, but maybe a little bit.
A little.
Little bit.
Because it's a
bit.
fairy tale.
It is a fairy tale, yes. Men must prevail.
well, and that's what I'm always telling people.
Wait, can that be the episode?
Can that be the men must prevail?
Men must prevail. The Dave Charming story.
I like that. I think that would
I
work
think we
really
need
well.
to rewrite this fucking show.
Just 45 minutes of watching Josh Dallas be in a coma.
Oh my god.
Come back to the real world. This is where Emma and Henry are driving to Maine. He explains to her about the book, how it's a history book. It's not a storybook. It's a history book. There's all kinds of real shit in here. Emma, you're in it. He doesn't show her. Just is like, you're in it.
This suffers from the same thing that the smart kid from Heroes, where it's like this kid was able to pull off all this stuff and kind of do this scheme by himself, and he's like smarter than the adults or whatever, but also he's like the worst communicator on planet Earth. Like he's able to do all this adult shit, but he can't get it's the young Sheldon effect where I'm just like, you're not enough of a kid, but you're treating you like a kid, and it's just it kind of grinds my gears.
Smart kids still act like kids. The thing that happened in the Heroes thing was the kid was smart, so he automatically doesn't like ice cream. Like, he's a kid.
Yeah.
Kids fucking love ice cream.
Adults love ice cream.
Right. This kid's 10 years old. Yeah, okay, he can steal a credit card and book his own bus ticket and everything like that. Like, he should have a certain amount of affection for the storybooks. It's like, not just like, these are real. This is how I live my life. This is my fucking...
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's not like a genius. He's not like, like young Sheldon, but I'm not familiar with the hero story, so.
But you're very familiar with the young Sheldon story.
Yes and no, I guess. I don't know.
he's one step ahead of her. Like, listen,
Right.
I just got to get you to the town so you can see it for yourself because I know you're not going to believe it. So like, it's this kind of like, I don't know. It's very condescending how he's talking to his mom.
Yeah, like follow me. I know what's
Yeah.
right. I know what's what.
I know what's best
Right.
for you.
Yeah,
Me,
exactly.
the child, and you, the adult.
Yeah.
We cut back to the Enchanted Forest. Yeah, this scene was amazing. Dave and Snow go down to the dungeon to talk to Rumpelstiltskin.
Fucking Robert Carlyle, baby.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I love Robert Carlyle.
Yeah. Honestly, throughout the series that I got to, he was always like the person I always enjoyed watching the most on screen.
Oh, he's a phenomenal
He's
actor.
so
He has
good.
not
Yeah.
gotten enough roles. I mean, he's been in a lot, but it's a lot of British stuff. I'm like, come on, America. Get Robert Carlyle more shit.
Yeah.
I could watch the full Monty 1,000 times.
I need to see that. He's in it?
So fucking good. in it.
Okay. Next on my list.
He, as an actor, is just so magnetic. Like you said, like
Yeah.
you look at him and you're just like, you can't stop looking at him.
Well, you get sucked in. He has some sort of, I mean, he is creepy, but then he has this charismatic presence about him that you're just like, I can't look away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
So they go see Rock Nutskins or whatever. And
He's in jail already for something.
yeah, go figure. For looking creepy as fuck.
But yeah, he's down there and he's like, yeah, I know the future. The trade-off is, though, you have to tell me the baby's name. Rumpelstiltskin, again, we know this from the stories. Rumpelstiltskin's all about names.
Yep. And riddles.
And so, like, he tells him what he sees for the future. It seems like he has to struggle a little bit for it. He's like, then her 28th-ish birthday?
Very random.
Yeah.
I was like, why 28? Why not like round it out to 30? But you find out Henry's 10. Makes sense. She gave him up at probably 18.
yeah.
So, I mean, like,
Yeah.
so I guess it makes it more impactful. But I'm like, 28?
And-
It's so random.
Nice and legal.
Nice and legal. Exactly.
Yeah, like
She got pregnant 2 days after her 18th birthday, gave him up before she turned 19. He's
Exactly.
10, she's 28. Boom, bam, bang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry though, Jennifer Morrison ain't 28 in this.
No. I mean, no. No one is their age in this, I
No.
feel.
Dave thinks it's going to be a boy because he's a man and he's lame. But it's a girl, and the girl's name is Emma.
I want to know how she knew. How did Snow know? Because he's like, it's going to be a boy.
Yeah.
She's like, well,
She's like, if you would come to any of my fucking OBGYN appointments.
if you would come with me instead of like ruling the kingdom, maybe you would be a part of this baby's life. No, she's a girl.
Exactly. Yeah, Dave and Snow are Emma's parents. That's the reveal here. We come back to Storybrooke or the road. Yeah, Storybrooke.
Yeah, they get
to
there.
Storybrooke. Place is fucked. Like the lights are just blinking. It's not like the power's out. Like that happens in small towns. They switch over to blinking reds. But like they just pull up. Like don't park. Don't bother parking because like it looks like it's abandoned. There's no other
one's there.
cars.
There's nothing going on.
Just a random guy in his Dalmatian.
Yeah, I sees him pull up and they're like, "Where do you live?" And he's like, "I'm not telling you." And it's like, why? Why not?
Okay.
Just tell me where you fucking live. And then, yeah, Archie rolls up. Archie and his dog. Do you know what the dog's name is?
Pongo.
It is, in fact, Pongo.
It's Pongo? It is?
Is it?
Okay.
Yep, it is Pongo from 101 Dalmatians.
That's amazing. I love it.
Disney just getting everything. But yeah, this dude's name's Archie. He's Henry's therapist. We find out that this is the first, like, sort of proof that this is exactly what Henry was saying, that this is all the fairy tale characters trapped in the real world. He's like,
Right,
That is my
right.
therapist. He's also my conscience. He is Jiminy Cricket. And she's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Get in the car. I'm taking you home. So I have to
I'm
talk to you.
so sick of this. I drove to fucking Maine, Connecticut.
But in that conversation, we find out that his mom is the mayor.
Yeah. Yeah. Archie's like, you'll know. You can't miss it. The mayor's house is right over there. Yeah.
Yeah, the big fancy one
Yeah.
at the top of the hill, the
big house
castle.
in town.
Taxpayers pay for.
Exactly. Horse shit. And we cut direct back to the Enchanted Forest. They're having like a bit of a war council. Dave is trying to rally the fairy tale characters to fight against the evil queen. And people are kind of like, whatever about it. They're like, well, she's an evil queen. Like, you can't,
Yeah, no one's taking it seriously
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, everybody's like,
Yeah.
dude,
Like winter is coming, but
dude, this is a curse, bro. Like, you can't get out of curses.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's gonna be way better if you just like let it happen.
it's fun to
You're
watch
good.
them try.
We live in a fairy tale world. Getting like curses is kind of our fucking bread and butter. Like we should know better.
But the war council, as it were, is Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, and Geppetto. A child there for some reason. Geppetto couldn't find childcare for the war council, so he had to bring his son with him to work or whatever.
My boy.
My boy.
I made another boy.
the fairy godmother rolls up and she's like, hey, I have an idea. I found this stump.
this random stump, which
Check this shit out.
Geppetto, do you think you could carve this into a wardrobe? At any point, Dave could have been like, I have a castle full of furniture.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I got
But
a
no,
wardrobe.
this stump specifically was magical, but
Yeah.
no other stump was. So
No.
I don't know how it was found.
Fairy godmother just like stumbling around the forest, looking, oh man, how are we going to do? Oh, a magical stump!
Hung over from a
Yeah.
bender the night
Yeah.
before. This stump looks great. We'll do this one.
Yeah, she's just like totally lit up on magic apples, like trying to,
Yes, I was
like,
just
work it off.
I was on magic shrooms, and let me tell you, this stump and I fucking connected.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Geppetto's like, yeah, hell yeah, I make furniture. That's
Fucking
my job.
dig that shit.
I'm a carpenter and I'm on the war council. Makes sense.
You know what I love? Child labor. Get to work, boy.
Boy, grab that plane. Let's get to work.
You got a strong back.
Cut back to Storybrooke. The evil queen is the mayor. Regina Mills is her real world name. Regina Mills.
Yeah.
She's the mayor. Here's Henry. I found him. I don't know how he found me. Blah blah. They have a little sort of like
Back and forth, yeah.
It's like a nice conversation. It's very just like
Yeah.
surface level,
Yeah.
like two strangers meeting. Like nothing's really antagonistic. Like Emma shows she's like he has no interest in like taking him. Regina's happy to have him back, but then she like offers her cider. I'm like, don't do.
That's
like
creepy.
obviously as the audience we're like, don't do that. But like,
Yeah.
don't do that. It's obviously poison.
So I have a question about that. So at one point it was mentioned that they won't remember.
Yeah.
So is it poison? Is Regina the only one that remembers?
She's not subject to the curse.
Right.
Okay, so she knows. She remembers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she lives there because she likes seeing everybody not remember their own shit. You know,
Right.
Like, she's like sitting there reveling in everybody's
Right.
misery. But they're not really miserable. Like I said, like
They're just living normal lives.
they just live lives. And,
Which
like,
is miserable.
yeah, but if you have no memory of being a fairy tale creature, like
With, like, powers,
you
yeah.
never know, you don't know what you're missing, type of thing. You
That's
know, it's
true.
like it's like like fuckface in the coma. He's not gonna wake up and be like, man, I miss being a prince. Like he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
man, my legs are atrophied. How long have I been in a
Yeah.
coma? Like,
We can fix that. Here's a VHS copy of Hard to Kill starring Steven Seagal. Just watch that.
God.
You'll figure it out.
the sheriff is there.
Jamie Doran,
Jamie Dornan,
Christian Grey.
which is awesome. I love it.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, great actor, British dude.
Yeah.
British in this town, just like couldn't be bothered to do an American accent. Fuck that.
Yep.
Maybe he did one, and they were like, "Dude, that's trash."
That's
Just talk
bad.
your
That's
normal voice."
ass. Don't do that.
Yeah, Regina plays dumb, just like, "Yeah, thanks for ringing back. See you later."
Yeah.
Later.
And Emma leaves. Henry said earlier, I think when they were driving to town, Emma was trying to poke holes in his story. Like, why don't people just bail if this is so fucked?
Right.
He's like, every time people try to leave, something bad happens.
Ooh.
Emma's driving out of town. Henry left his storybook on the thing. She's distracted by that. She looks up. She sees a wolf. She pounds into the sign, which is resting upon like these stone pillars, and then it
Yeah.
just slides because it's very much obviously just a prop.
Just a prop.
Right.
I know. I
Yeah.
noticed that. I was like, it just slid.
Like, as a unit, yeah.
yeah. Like that was incorrectly done for that stunt, but whatever.
Yeah. But she hits her head. She's like passed out.
Yep.
So rather than take her to the hospital, they take her to jail.
Yeah, right.
Cut back to the Enchanted Forest. Geppetto's covering the stump, taking a fucking eternity.
Yeah.
Like obviously you can see Snow's bump, so it's nearest to the end of the pregnancy. But like this is taking the time between the curse taking place, the wedding, this Enchanted Forest part of this episode takes months, 2 months, 3 months,
Yeah.
maybe.
Listen, it's all about like task avoidance, you know, like I need deadlines to, you know, really get my nose to the grindstone. So
That's fair.
I get it.
Yeah, that's fair. The curse isn't happening for another few weeks. I'll get to that wardrobe
It's
shit later.
fine. I have a lot of customers I'm making fucking wardrobes for, Brett.
Not all of them have to be magical. Most of them can just be regular. Those are way quicker.
Way
Right. You know how
quicker.
fucking easy that is for me? I do this shit in my sleep.
Well, the question is why does it take the evil queen so long to conjure up this curse? Why not just be like, you know what? Day after the wedding. Let's
Right,
just do
yeah.
it now.
Yeah.
Unless she was waiting specifically for a moment, but I was like, why?
Yes.
What's taking so long?
That's my question. Was in her head, she didn't say it at the wedding, but was she like, I'm gonna steal a baby too?
Oh, right. I know, right? Was she like, I'm gonna take this, but no. I mean, the plan. She didn't know about the wardrobe or anything, so
No.
I don't even know if she knew.
No.
Yeah.
I just imagine like Ursula like throwing stuff in a cauldron and something happening. I'm like, why can't you just go that fast?
Just-
Like,
yeah,
what
just
are
wrap
you
that up.
what are you doing at home?
Ursula's curse happens in the span of a song.
I know. So why is the
Excellent
evil
point.
queen taking months and months to conjure up this giant fog?
Feels very lost. We're going to go out into the jungle. When? In 4.5 hours. Just go now.
While this is happening, Snow and Dave have a conversation. The wardrobe can only hold one person. They found a huge stump that would fit one human adult, and that's it. Or she's like, I don't want to go. And Dave's like, you gotta. You'll find me. Like I found you. You'll find me. And she's like, yeah, I haven't forgot about that shit. She said, I think in an earlier scene, she was like, I haven't had a restful night since our wedding. And I'd be like,
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, get after it, my dude.
maybe Dave. Maybe pay a little attention to your wife. Maybe, you know.
Dave's been doing a lot of push-ups.
So I guess the plan was to put Snow in the stump, but this plan isn't going to work anymore because she goes into labor.
Well,
Yeah.
you're going to put her in the stump while pregnant.
Yeah, while pregnant.
Okay.
And
That's important to know.
And again, we're not going to get into the question of when life begins. Apparently, in the Enchanted Forest, life begins at birth. Not conception.
Apparently.
Oh, boy. We're going to catch some flack for this shit.
Oh man, we can cut this whole section.
Yeah. No comment.
She goes into labor, and that's like that second. Dave's like, "Oh, what's this with the baby? It'll be fine.
Well,
one of you's got to go."
That's the thing. Is the baby literally just like she goes into labor, comes out of her, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll just put the baby in there."
Right.
And it's like the baby just came out of her. And they both could fit.
And it's not a giraffe baby.
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes from now, it's not gonna be walking on its own and finding water. Like
Exactly.
it's a baby.
It's like Dave.
Maybe Dave has a fundamental misunderstanding of. Again, he should be going to the classes.
He said it's one person. Only one person can go in. So therefore, it can't be one person and a
and
new
a baby.
baby. Yeah, like apparently.
Dave has troubles with like the concept of how long it takes to birth a child, numbers. It's how to please a woman.
But he's pretty.
But he's
so pretty.
so handsome.
He's so handsome.
We cut back to Storybrooke. Emma wakes up in jail, not the hospital, despite the fact she was in a car accident. Geppetto is the jail janitor, and Grumpy is a drunk mechanic, I think. Because only mechanics wear shirts that have their names sewed on them like that, right? Like
Oh, I didn't even see it. I didn't even notice that. I just saw he was in the jail cell next door.
the Geppetto and Grumpy are both wearing shirts that have their names on them. Geppetto's name is Marco. Grumpy's name is Leroy. We, the audience, get to see, oh, Henry is right. Like, we all know he's right. But, like,
Yeah.
oh, here
Right.
they are. They're starting to show up.
There
They're
they
starting to
are.
show up. Yep. Jamie Dornan comes in, and he's just like, hey, you were drunk driving. We're going to give you a slap on the wrist and let you go because this is television and you're hot. And she's like, I wasn't drunk. But then the mayor comes in.
Did you test my blood alcohol content? Did you fucking take me to the hospital? Did you deal with any of my
Yeah.
wounds? No, I just woke up in a prison cell.
Where's my fucking car?
Well, and the sheriff was at the house with Regina when Regina gave her, because
cider.
Regina offered her cider, and she's like, "You got anything stronger?" So he only witnessed her have like a
That's fair.
thimble, but I mean,
Yeah.
not enough.
That's-
But yeah,
But so Regina rolls in. She's like, Henry's still missing. What did you do? And she's like, I'm in fucking jail.
yeah, I didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
But she's like, I'm bail bond agent. I hunt people for a living. I'm a human hunter. Let me out. I will hunt your human boy.
I will hunt your boy. Remember, the woods never go hungry.
And Regina's like, that's fine. Okay, come on.
Yeah.
And so
But
they
it's
like,
so strange. It's like, I gave him up for adoption. He came to me. I gave him back to you. And your first thought is, that bitch probably took him again. Like, what?
Yeah. She clearly really wants him. She's like,
I
not
want to
telling
get
me
rid
the
of
whole
this
thing.
fucking kid.
Yeah.
it's like a fucking boomerang. God damn it. They go to his computer. His email's all been deleted. Oh, smart kid. I'm smarter. I'm just going to check his fucking trash. He probably didn't empty the trash.
Well, she had like some sort of jump drive that's
Yeah.
like a data encryption thing I take with me everywhere. I was like, well,
Yeah.
shit, I want one of them.
Yeah.
She
Give me
did a
that.
fucking, she did a hacker man, dude. She
Yeah.
got into the mainframe.
Yep. And Jamie Dornan's all like country fucking bumpkin, like, I just pound the pavement.
I just knock on the doors.
Yeah.
How many collars you get a year, Jamie? What's your closure rate on cases?
Right.
Yeah. How many times have you arrested Leroy for fucking drunk in public?
Yeah, right.
Padding those stats out.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you're handsome.
Very pretty. So pretty.
They find an email in the thing, which leads to who'syourmama.org.
Yeah, it does, buddy. So does the
Interest-
homepage of my browser.
Interesting that it's a .org and not a .com. I feel like that would be a .com, not a .org. Anywho, they find a credit card statement from who'syourmama.org. Mary Margaret Blanchard is the credit card that paid for the who'syourmama.org report.
Who is Mary Margaret, you ask?
What an excellent question. We cut over to a shot of Jennifer Goodwin from the shoulders down so we don't see that it's Snow White. And she walks throughout the room a little bit talking to the children. And then we see it's Jennifer Goodwin. Oh my God, she can carry a fucking bluebird in her hand. She's obviously Snow White.
Yes.
Snow White so hard. She's so fucking pretty too. God damn it.
She is. Even with short hair. Like, dang.
I don't care. Like, give it to me. Like, I will watch this over and over and over again. Sorry.
Tangent.
Who'syourmama.com domain is currently up. Do we buy it and redirect it to Lost on Lost Linktree?
Use some of our coffee money.
They show up and they're like, hey, this kid stole your credit card.
Oh, yeah.
They first accuse her of helping him.
Yes.
Right.
And she's like, I would never. That's ridiculous. I'm a school teacher. I'm a responsible adult. I would never just give a child a credit card. And then she opens her wallet, realizes it's been stolen. Regina's like, hey, Emma, I'm mad now. She knocks over some books and she's just like, get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? She just like stomps away. She stomps.
Yeah, she literally
Stomps
stomps.
away.
Stomp.
But like, Emma nailed it.
Yeah.
And then now Regina's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Like Emma literally found like the clue
Yeah.
and
Right.
everything.
Yeah.
And
Right,
then
like we're on the trail here.
yeah, and then Regina leaves the room and Jennifer Goodwin's character is just like, now that the mom is gone, I'm going to tell you where he really is.
Yeah.
Or where I suspect he is.
Yeah. But I think he's probably hiding in the one place he always hides.
Yeah.
Seagull Shit Harbor.
He can't have gotten far. What's he gonna do? Somehow, I just realized this now. How did he escape Storybrooke and get to Boston? If every time anybody tries to leave town, something bad happens?
He's not part of the story. He's Emma's son. He was brought in. He was adopted.
So why?
That's kind of why I think he can leave is because he's not technically part of the story. Where Emma is part of the story, but she was already out.
He's a real world boy. He's not a yeah.
Yeah, so
she is. Yeah. Emma was born in the Enchanted Forest.
Yeah.
Henry was born in the real
once she got to Storybrooke, that's why she.
So she gets trapped. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why she couldn't leave.
What did I say at the top? Jenny's the only one that can make sense of this bullshit.
I'm trying.
No, you're right. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emma is a storybook character. He says you're in the book. He's probably not in the book because in the book she's probably a child.
Yeah, and that's why, like, when she was trying to leave, she couldn't.
We cut back to the Enchanted Forest. This is the attack, the curse. It's all still happening.
Yeah,
Snow is about to give birth. The Evil Queen's pulling up.
Snow White's having her baby.
Yep, the baby comes out. This baby is the closest baby to an actual infant I've ever seen on television.
Yes, so I noticed that too. I was like, wow, they actually got a young enough baby because I've seen so many shows where it's like she just gave birth and that is like a 10-pound, 4-month-old child that they are handing her.
Yeah, watermelon-sized thing. It's like, that's not how big newborns are.
No, absolutely not. So like they actually got somewhat of a young infant.
Like close to a newborn.
Yeah.
It's Disney, baby. They steal kids all the time. They're just like, he gets left in the park, we put it in the show, then we put it into the meat grinder to feed fucking Walt Disney's severed head. It's easy.
The controversy.
But okay, so this is where Prince Dave turns into Prince Daddy because he one-hand football carries the baby and sword fights his way to the wardrobe, and I was just like, okay, I think now I see what Snow White sees.
What the handsome, daring
with this just like protecting the child and one-handedly cutting down these faceless fucking evil things.
See, and that's funny that you were like, oh, now I see what Snow White sees, and me, I'm just watching to be like, all right, can I see the fake baby? Can I see it? Are we gonna? Was it American Sniper?
American Sniper
I was
baby.
like, yeah. Can I see the American Sniper baby?
Where's
like
the rubber baby?
Can I see the fake? And I was like, okay. And then there was like slow motion. It was like, see, I'm holding the baby. Yep. Just kidding. I'm fighting, and there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So Prince Daddy turns into Prince Daddy.
Yeah, he gets lit up. He gets the baby into the thing, but then he gets got. Come back to
Emma and the kid.
Yeah, the seaside playground. Fucking Jesus Christ. Okay, obviously this is a fairy tale town because like every place is so fucking
Yeah, I'm like,
picturesque.
this
like,
doesn't
Yeah.
look so bad at all. This looks
why
great.
would you ever want to leave? He's literally miserable because he's a real world boy who has
Yeah.
a cunt for a stepmother, and so he's miserable. I get it. I get why he wants to get out, but nobody else really wants to get out. Everybody else is just kind of living their life.
Yeah, decent life. I mean, it doesn't
it's
seem
all
too
right.
bad.
Almost everybody's employed.
Yeah.
There's places
Yeah,
to get
this-
drinks, obviously, because Leroy's hammered. Like,
Yeah.
You know, all I'm hearing is, Evil Witch, man. She's got employment through the roof right now. The economy's strong in this town. Like, I don't know. But yeah, they have a conversation. She's like, you gotta fucking go home. And he's like, I know why you put me up for adoption. She's like, I also got fucking like abandoned. He's like, you didn't get abandoned. It's in the story.
there was a thing here that actually did make me choke up a little bit. It was a repetition of the "you wanted to give me my best chance" type of thing. Again, because I don't feel the way about the child that you do, JP. I was having feelings.
It's the way this kid's delivering the lines. I feel like the lines by a more talented child actor, I might have felt different.
I was feeling the way I was feeling, not because of the way he was delivering, but because of the impact it was having on her.
Yeah.
Like seeing how she was
Yeah.
how she was reacting to hearing him say these things.
Yeah.
She was knocking out of the park in the scene, and that,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that tugged at my heartstrings.
Yeah. Talk about the nonverbal acting that was on her face. Like, she was starting to tear up, and I'm like, yeah, like he's saying everything that she believes and wants to say as well.
We cut back to the Enchanted Forest.
Oh, yeah.
Snow makes her way up to where Prince Charming died and finds him dead. She smooches him. Now, this isn't illegal because, like you said, Jay,
Yeah.
kissing a corpse.
Kiss a
Right.
corpse.
There's no law
kiss a
against this. I'm telling you, I asked someone who might be a lawyer.
Who may be a lawyer. Yeah, so she's hoping he will wake the way she woke when he kissed her, but only men can make women come back from the dead, apparently.
And I'm always telling ladies that.
But it is heartbreaking because it's not working,
Yeah.
and she's like so upset and she's sad, and yeah,
The evil queen is stomping through the castle looking for the baby. Because again, maybe as part of her plan, she was going to steal a baby. And she's like, she finds her. She's like, hey, don't worry about it. You're sad now, but like, you're totally going to forget that you were ever married to him because I'm going to steal your memories. But first, tell me where the baby is. She's like, you got tricked. The fucking baby's gone.
Yeah.
Drop that shit like a hot rock. You can't fuck with me.
yeah, you lose. Good day, queen. Good day.
You thought I was going to hold on to that kid? Nah.
Police. So yeah, she's like, all right, well, anyway, I'm still stealing all your happy endings. To the real world we go.
Yeah, she like raises the roof on the place and like does some sort of curse.
Come back to Storybrooke. Regina and Emma have a fight on the front step of the house again.
Listen, I'm on Regina's side here.
Emma brings Henry back for the second time.
Yeah.
Found him for the second time this episode.
Thing I don't want him
Giving every
Yeah.
indication that she's no intention of keeping this child.
Exactly.
And Regina's like, keep your hands off my child.
And Emma's like, "Yep."
No, because the last thing where she's like, listen, we're gonna get this all sorted out. When she's like, do you love him? If somebody asked me that about my child, I'd like, after all of this shit that they had gone through, like, you don't get to fucking ask me those questions. Thank you for finding the child, but like, you are not
Right.
welcome here.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
go
yeah,
away.
and that's the thing is like, she's lying. She doesn't
Yeah.
love him, and that's
Yeah.
it's a throwback to her superpower.
Her
about being able
superpower,
to
yeah.
tell the people lying. It's like, of course I love him. It's like, well, why? She just looks like every time I've told anybody I've loved them, she's obviously lying.
This, God damn it.
She's got this. I've seen that face in the mirror.
Aw.
Not every time.
No, man. Fucking, I wanted the honest answer. Be like, do you love him? Listen, technically, yes. This kid's fucking annoying, though.
He just won't stay.
You've
Like-
spent 2 days with him, right?
I love him. I don't like him right now.
Yes. Yeah.
But she could have also just said like you said, JP, just said be like, get off my porch. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter like what I'm doing.
Right.
Like, you get out.
So if the evil queen doesn't has all the memories, wouldn't she know that now that Emma's there, Emma can't leave? So like saying get off my porch and leave town.
Excellent question.
Right?
Excellent question. And this is the thing that makes me think she didn't make the connection yet.
Oh, got
This
it.
is what makes me think she doesn't yet understand that Emma is Snow and Dave's child.
Got it.
Because
That makes sense. I mean, that makes sense.
Because she thinks she's trying to get her to leave town.
Mm-hmm,
If she's in charge of the curse, she should know she can't now.
But here's the deal. She's got a magic mirror. Do you think she could get a fucking magic calendar and let her know that it's been 28 years of the day?
Hopefully, some of this stuff will get untangled in later episodes. 'Cause,
Yeah.
right now, it's very much there are threads twisting and
Oh, yeah.
stuff in the wind. Mary Margaret Blanchard volunteers at the hospital because she's perfect.
She
Why
is.
else?
She's Mary Sue. Mary Sue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They might as well have called her that.
I know.
They,
I mean, they call her
they came very
Mary.
close.
I mean,
Mary
yeah.
Margaret. But yeah, she's volunteering that she's passing out flowers, making sure everybody's
Everyone's
comfortable and happy and stuff.
She
like
walks
that.
around kissing unconscious people.
Creep.
And then who do we find?
Oh man,
Oh.
in the coma suite.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Handsome Dave.
Oh God, handsome Dave,
Handsome
Dave Charming,
Dave.
John Doe. Yeah, I think he's technically in the real world of John Doe.
Yeah.
But-
That's what his medical bracelet said.
Yeah,
It
but
should
yeah,
say Dave Doe.
It should say yeah. John, yeah, he's in a coma. He part of the curse is the dude. He must not have died before the curse came into effect, so he's still alive and he's in a coma. Emma's like, I'm not leaving town. Fuck that. I'm going to Granny's.
Don't
bed
tell me
and
what
breakfast.
to do.
Yeah.
You're not my real mom. You're my grandmother.
Wait.
And so she goes to Granny's bed and breakfast, and she gets a room.
Yeah, and they're like, a customer? What the shit?
Yeah.
Everything's covered in fucking cobwebs and dust and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Little Red Riding Hood is like, you're not my real mom either. And then Grandma's just like, I stopped you from sleeping your way down the eastern seaboard.
Yeah, right.
Just like I saved you. Yeah.
I know what you were going to do the second you were going to leave town. You were just going to go to every port. Like, hey there, sailor. Red Riding Hood is here. She's a whore, apparently, or wannabe, and Grandma's
This is
preventing
White
it
Girl
from-
Summer.
And then we get, Mr. Gold pops up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Emma." And he goes,
Yeah.
Emma. And I'm like, does he remember?
And
Because
that-
I didn't think he was supposed to.
I
Like,
don't know.
what?
It makes me think that there's something,
Something back there.
like, the memories are there, they just can't get to them, you know?
Oh, sure. Because she
didn't-
stole all the memories, but I mean,
It's like,
not stole them, but like blocked them.
It's just like the Briscoe County thing that we talked about last time. It's like, why did they tie him up to a tree and leave the rifle there to
Yeah.
dry in the
Yeah.
sun? Just kill them. Like, don't hide their memories. Erase them.
Yeah.
You don't, like, nobody
Yeah.
remembers all this. I deleted it. It's gone. Don't just like, oh, I'm going to put it in a jar and set it aside
Just
for later.
in case
Like, no,
they
just get rid of
open it later.
Get rid of
Yeah.
it, just get rid of it entirely. No hope of recovering it ever. But yeah, he apparently owns the whole town. And so Granny's got to pay. We should, as a society, change to paying our rent in rolled up.
I agree. Yeah.
rolled up too.
Here you go.
Absolutely.
Yes. It's all there.
I've never rolled up money before. I kind of want to now.
kinda want
I mean, I'm wondering where does like the rolled up money idea come from? Because I've never like rolled up my money either. Like it takes up more room.
I only ever see it in like crime stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
but why? Why does the rolled up money
Yeah.
equate to crime?
And like you said, it takes up more space. Put this shit in an envelope.
Yeah.
Just-
What is an envelope?
What if that's the catalyst? What if I go and I take the $27 I have right now in singles and I roll it in and I'm like, oh, fuck, I need to do crime.
It's just like 45 minutes later, JP's just on a corner in West Dallas, be like, hey, who's trying to buy some meth?
At $27.
I just ripped a tag off a mattress. Who wants to play with a gun? Anyways,
The clock clicks forward. Henry's been watching the clock, waiting for it to click. It hasn't moved his entire life. It finally moves from 8:15 to 8:16. Fuck yeah, here we go. 1 minute closer to midnight. The bomb is coming.
oh boy.
And then end of the episode. I had real system shock because the first card that came up was co-producer Brian Wankus. I don't know who that dude is, but I
But he's
feel
got
bad.
that last
I
name.
feel
But
bad
he
for
got
his
the
childhood.
shit kicked out of him
Yeah.
in fucking
in fucking middle school. Yeah.
No, it's I'm looking at it, Wankum.
Wankum. There it is. Yeah. Oh.
WANKUM. Wankum.
I mean, to have the confidence to like go forward with that name in this industry,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
change
not
it
change
to
to
just
something
something else.
And I guess good on his parents for not calling him like Dewey or something. Like,
Yeah.
Dewey Wankum. You certainly do. That's it. That's the pilot of Once Upon a Time. We did it.
We did it.
Did we like it? Was it good?
I mean, I'm with Adam. I'm like, I would have loved a 90-minute and kept going with it. But I think it's a solid pilot for sure.
Yeah, my whistle got wetted, and I was expecting to see a little bit more. I was this close to I was like, fuck, I'm gonna keep watching this, and I'm gonna watch it until it loses my interest. But like, I remember being interested in the premise when it first aired. I remember watching the first couple of episodes.
Yeah.
Again, tons of fucking eye candy, boys and girls. Like, give me a fucking break. Landscapes, like, goddamn, the whole cast is hot. The location is fun. Like, yeah. Some stilted, stodgy writing here and there, dialogue problems, whatever, But in general, no, I thought it was one of the better written pilots we've watched for Lost on Lost effect. For me personally, like I spent a huge chunk of my life pretending that I was way too cool for shit like this. But there's that old saying that you scratch a cynic and a romantic bleeds. Like,
oh, I like that. I've never heard that before.
Totally. Like in that scene when I was sitting there watching Jennifer Morrison react to Henry talking about, you try to give me your best chance. I felt my like tears welling up, and I was just like, I long ago quit pretending to be too cool for this shit. I was eating this up. It's like, this was not that cheap emotional manipulation that I experienced when I was watching This Is Us. I was like, this is stuff that's, it's not fucking Emmy-winning writing, but like, it's making me like care about this kid having been abandoned and her having been abandoned, and then you see the ripples of that abandonment. She was abandoned as a child. That affected her ability to have confidence in her ability to be a mother.
Yeah, I can just picture you sitting on your couch, just like watching this show. Just
it was actually more sad than that, because I was at my desk watching my laptop, and so I'm just like holding a pen. I'm just like, my lip quivering.
Just one single tear down the face.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna take the other side of the coin on this one. I did not care for this.
Okay.
This isn't my style of television.
Sure.
I'm not a big fantasy guy in general, so like that's already just one thing it's got for it. I also know where this show goes, and I know why I fell off, so that's part of, I suppose, my bias.
Yeah.
And that it turns into a lot of just people talking, which is supposed to give me the drama, and when there is action, it's clearly just somebody standing in front of a green screen. So like, it's hard for me to feel, even though it's a fantasy world, like Lord of the Rings is a fantasy world, it feels real. This one, it's fantasy in the real world, and it doesn't feel real to me. I need something with higher stakes, or I need it to be darker, I need it to be grittier, or because I'm damaged. I need like fucking sexier and more violent. I don't know.
Sure. No.
I mean, I mean, to an extent, I would agree. But I mean, it's hard to compare this show to Lord of the Rings, because I mean, that is all of that was shot so practically. Yeah. Most of it was shot practically. Right.
But if I'm gonna fantasy football this, I'm gonna put this on HBO and make it 10 episodes.
Sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's darker. It's to the point.
And fucking Mark Mylod probably built 4 houses with the work he's done on HBO.
Right.
Like he did so much Game of Thrones. Like he did, but 7 seasons, 22 episodes per. Not even a shortened last season to like just pay it off for the fans. 22 throughout.
That's crazy.
And this will speak to something. The average viewership in season 1, 11.7 million. Average viewership season 7, 3.4. So you can only do the referencing of the fairy tales and stuff like that for so long. It is gonna get tired.
Which is crazy, because Disney people are fucking nuts. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
I did say I wanted to be sexier and more violent. Is that just Kingdom Hearts? Do I like Kingdom Hearts? Anyways.
All right. Well, we're just about at the end of it, but like, I have a quick thing I want to do. We should do our Christmas thing real quick, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
What?
So this is going to be airing on December 20th, just a couple days before Christmas. So we're doing our gift exchange.
Yeah. Oh, JP, you look confused. Why?
Did you not get the email? I sent you an email about we were gonna have Lost and Lost gifts exchange.
No, must have gotten lost in the.
Oh boy.
Okay. Well, Jenny, here's your gift.
Thank you, Adam. Yours.
Wow, those look like really great gifts.
Thank you.
Adam, you go first.
Okay.
Adam's opening up his gift. This is great for an audio podcast right now.
It's a t-shirt. It's a Lost t-shirt. It's a candidates t-shirt. It's This is wonderful. It's 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. It's got the numbers on it. And then the corresponding candidates, Locke, Reyes, Ford, Jirah, Shepard, and Quan. And Locke is crossed out. Wonderful. This is perfect for me, Jenny. This is great.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Wow. That
right.
looks Jenny, what a thoughtful gift.
Thank
Jeez,
you.
you're so
I'm really in
thoughtful.
tune. Yeah, I'm really in tune.
Yeah.
Jenny,
What do you
Jenny,
got in yours, Jenny?
Let me see. Let's see. I'm sure this will be great audio-wise.
Yeah, the
the
rustling
jingle.
of the
This is
bag
in honor
there.
of your upcoming appearance in season 2 of Lost. Lost
Oh,
on
look at
Lost.
that. Men in Black Pop Funko.
Yeah, I got that.
Man in Black. Sorry, not Men in Black. Wrong thing. Man
Yeah.
in Black.
Yep, Funko
Oh,
Pop.
is that
Yeah.
another Lost? Wow.
It is.
That's so
Ooh.
cool. Yeah. So the Secret Santa, you two just got each other?
I'm sensing you're feeling left out.
Oh, JP.
No, I just got
I mean, I got the
me, so
email.
I just jerked myself off again.
Well, okay. Well, I don't want you to feel left out, and in the Christmas spirit, like, I got you something too.
Oh wow, really?
You're gonna have to share it though with the audience. Why don't you go into the schedule spreadsheet and tell everybody what we're doing next time?
Let's see here. Next time, if you want to be Lost affected with us, what the hell? We're watching Lost on Lost episode 40, Left Behind?
Yeah. Do you remember when you were out on the work trip and Jen came along and we had to trash the episode because the audio was junk?
Yeah.
I had the backup for it and I gave it a listen, and the audio is not great, but it's salvageable.
Holy shit.
So next week, it's going to go up on Christmas Day, December 25th. So that'll be next, I believe, Tuesday.
Oh my God. The gold chains.
The
The
gold
gold
chain.
chain gang is back, baby.
Gold Chain episode. Yep. The Lost episode, episode 40, the one we had to trash while you and Jen were deployed.
Oh, fuck. That's
just
actually
about-
a great gift.
It's just about finished, and yeah, it'll go up on our off week. Yeah, in between our 2 regularly scheduled episodes. That's your Christmas present, JP, and for
Wow.
you, the Lost on Lost faithful.
Thank you. I still would have liked a t-shirt. Oh, that's awesome.
But then, yeah, why don't you tell everybody what we're doing doing next week after the
Oh
Lost
man,
episode?
next scheduled episode is going to be a fucking barn burner. We are watching the pilot of Severance, Good News About Hell. And Jack Kelly is going to be coming back, and Jack Kelly is, as far as we're been able to scientifically prove, the biggest Severance fan on Earth. So
Watched.
or at least the biggest fan that we know.
Literally obsessed.
Jenny, do you have anything you want to plug?
Found. Everyone watch Found on NBC or Peacock. Because I would love a season 2. So the more people watch season 2. And then also I have an Etsy page.
Yep.
If anyone is interested.
Hell
Lost, yeah. Lost on Lost 10 will get you 10% off.
Very cool.
And yeah,
You should
they'll-
probably charge more if
probably,
they're
but
coming
I mean
from
they're,
the podcast, because you know they're a schmuck.
they're just digital downloads, so like it'll
No,
be
but it's
quick and
really
easy.
cool stuff.
Yeah.
I had
Oh,
no
thank
idea
you.
that you were like an artiste like this. So at least go check out Jenny's page. Buy some damn art. Become cultured. Stop being swine. Buy Jenny's
Yeah.
art specifically.
Thank you. Yes.
Use the promo code Lost on Lost 10.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for taking the time to come
Yes,
hang out with
thank
us.
you.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. I love being on here.
All right. And thank you, all of you out there, for tuning into this episode of Lost on Lost, The Lost Effect.
That's right. I'm Adam.
I'm JP.
You have any idea what's going on in this podcast?
No.
Me neither, despite all of our planning.
Lost on Lost is produced and edited by me and JP.
We wish to acknowledge that we live, work, and produce our show on occupied land.
Burbank, California is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Tongva, Chumash, Kizh, and Fernandino Tataviam peoples.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin is located on the traditional tribal lands of the Peoria, Potawatomi, Miama, and Ho-Chunk peoples.
And Lost was produced in Hawaii on the lands of the Kanaka Maoli.
Visit native-land.ca to learn more about the land you live and work on.
You can engage with us on IG, Facebook, Facebook and Twitter at Lost on Lost 1.
You can also email us at wearelostonlost@gmail.com or support us with dollar monies at coffee.com/wearelostonlost.
Thanks to Lostpedia and its community of contributors, Danny Schmitz, random.org, and as always, you the listeners for tuning in.
We're hosted at Podbean. You can hear us there or wherever you get your podcasts, except MySpace. We're not on MySpace.
Yet.